The purpose of this DVD is to give you a clearer understanding about vasectomy, about the operation itself, about what happens before, during and after the operation, and also about the normal anatomy and physiology of this area and how it is affected by the operation. Now, normally when somebody is considering having a vasectomy, we strongly recommend that they have what we call a counselling session with the doctor, so the doctor would explain about the procedure, everything involved, and also the doctor would be able to answer any questions that you may have about the procedure. One of the criticisms, and not criticisms, the comments that people often make is that they have a counselling session, it is all explained to them, but when they get home they find that they've forgotten half it, or maybe there were questions that they meant to ask and in fact didn't remember until they got home. By watching this DVD, we hope to be able to answer most of those criticisms. The aim of this is not to take the part of the take over the part of the counselling session. You will still have to have that, but it is aimed to complement it. Now, I'm a GP, I've been doing vasectomies for over 20 years, and I've got my own method at this stage of doing it. In the DVD I'll be discussing the way that I do vasectomies, and some other doctors may do it slightly different ways, so this is something you may need to discuss with your own doctor when you go for the counselling session with that. I hope you enjoy it. Hi there. Hi there. Listen, I'll get you to grab a seat there. Make sure you got the right bloke. You were thinking of having a vasectomy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Mind if I just get a few details from you? I have your name here, it's Jerry O'Reilly, and you're 21 Maple Crescent in Capantili.
Yes.
Okay. And I have your mobile number here. Okay. What year were you born in?
1965.
65. Okay. What sort of work do you do?
In the bank.
In the bank. Okay. The reason that's relevant is we really need to know how physical the job you're doing is. If somebody's working as a builder or a farmer or something like that, you probably need a couple of days off work after the operation, whereas if it's a sort of a desk type job, something like in the bank, there wouldn't be any problem about that. Okay. Do you have a GP?
Yeah, it's Joe Byrne.
Joe Byrne. Okay, no, in Capantili.
Yeah.
Okay. Any major illnesses, operations?
No.
Never been in hospital for anything?
Appendix.
Appendix. Wasn't recently, was it?
No, about 15.
Okay. And allergies to any medicines that you're aware about?
No.
Okay. Are you taking medication at present?
No.
Great. Okay. The only sort of relevant medicines are some of these things called warfarin to thin out the blood, and that could cause a problem. I think we need to know that in advance. But virtually any other medicine doesn't really make any difference with local anaesthetic that we use for the operation. Any problem with fainting as an adult?
No.
No, you're okay at the dentist, whatever. If you ever have a blood test and you don't heat over.
No.
Okay. No, some people do, and it's once again something that we sort of prefer to know in advance. Okay. Do you have any children?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Any major problem with the testicle? Operations, anything like that, injuries?
I had a lump checked about 3 years ago.
Okay.
It was turned out fine.
You did an ultrasound done on it or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any children?
3.
Can you remember how old they are?
12, 8 and 5.
And 5. Are they all in good health?
Yes.
Okay. And your wife, what age is she?
She's 40.
40, okay. And is she in good health?
Yes.
Okay. Said she wasn't able to come today, she was stuck at work, was she?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are the two using any long-term contraceptive method? Is she on the pill or anything like that? She's on the pill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just the reason I'm asking that is that vasectomies don't kick in straight away. So for instance, if somebody's on the pill or whatever, don't stop it now, wait till you get the all cleared after the operation. Right. Is she happy enough with the pill or what's this?
No, she's not. She's rather stopped, she's a bit fed up with it actually.
Okay, she's taken it for a few years, has she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as far as we're concerned, probably the most important aspect about anybody having a vasectomy is the fact you have to take it as being irreversible. In other words, that if you have it done, you have it done and there's no going back on it. And in your case, you guys got the 3 kids and there won't be any more afterwards. Do you reckon that the 2 of you will be fairly comfortable in that fact that's it, 3 is enough and there won't be any more after?
Yes. And
you reckon she's fairly definite, so just speaking for her, you reckon she's fairly definite on that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely definite?
Yeah. Okay.
But you're the one having it done, not her. So the fact that you'd have no more children, you reckon is something you've no problem with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, fair enough. Now, what happens normally when we do a vasectomy, we've got 2 testicles, one each side, a right one, left one, and they've got 2 jobs. One job is to make the male hormones. They come in out of the testicle via the blood supply from above. The other thing a testicle does is to make sperm, which are made in the testicle, and they leave the testicle via a tube called the vas, hence vasectomy, and they go up and they're stored in a reservoir in behind the, the bladder until you ejaculate, and then out they come. Now the vas tube is quite a long tube, and it's quite thin. It's about the same size as the inside of one of these barrows, but the only function it has is to bring the sperm from there to there. Now when the sperm are up here, they're kept alive and kept in what's called seminal fluid, which is produced by this and by the prostate gland beside it. And it's the combination of sperm from there and seminal fluid from there which we ejaculate. But sperm makes up only about 1% of what we ejaculate. About 99% is the seminal fluid from here. Exactly the same thing obviously happens on the other side. Okay, so I'll tell you what happens when we do a vasectomy. The only thing we do in the operation is to block the vas tube on each side. We don't go anywhere near the testicle, or near either testicle. So after the operation, the testicles keep on working exactly the same afterwards as they did before, producing the hormones up here, producing the sperm. Now the sperm goes as far as the dead ends there. They can't get any further. They die there, and the tiny amounts of protein that every sperm is made from breaks down and is reabsorbed back into the body system and recycled. Okay. Beyond the blockages, the reservoir and the prostate don't realise that there's no sperm there. So they keep on making the seminal fluid to keep alive what at this stage is non-existent sperm. So when you ejaculate afterwards, to all intents and purposes, the same semen comes out as was there before. 99% of it is there, 1% of it is missing. Nobody's going to notice that. So vasectomy has got absolutely no effect whatsoever on sexual function, and things work afterwards in that department exactly the same as it was before. Nothing's any better, nothing's any worse, everything's exactly the same.